4 flights coming in, and there's 2 right now, and then there'll be 2 after 2:30. So it's going to be pretty light.
Landing and departing. That's been the story at San Diego International Airport for decades. It's what we do. The pandemic brought many airport operations to a virtual halt. But our airport is a part of the nation's essential infrastructure system, so we stayed open through it all, providing service to those who needed to fly. Telecommuting was not an option for all Airport Authority employees. More than 200 workers reported on-site because their jobs were critical to daily airport operations. Health and safety became the focus of everything we do. So how did that change the way we do our jobs?
We had to change how we operated. And the first thing they did was they broke us into groups so that we wouldn't have contact with everyone in our department. Baggage claim is going to be right here. It's usually at carousel number 3. So a very big part dealing with the social distancing. So when they come outside of the airport, instantly want to take off their mask, would make people uncomfortable to see you step away from them. And it's like, oh, you just don't have your mask on. I have to have you put your mask on before we start talking.
Federal mandate order requiring mask wearing has been issued for all airports within the United States.
A lot of people were still taking off their masks inside the terminal, which isn't allowed. And we would have people walk out from baggage claim, come outside and, excuse me, officer, is there any way you could help us? You know, there's some people around the baggage carousel. They're not socially distanced. They're not wearing masks. You know, I have to instruct them or either call Harbor Police to assist them. We work closely with the parking management office and the courtesy people that they have on the islands, the valet. You know, all those people are gone. They weren't available, so then we had to pick up some of their duties.
Airport security and emergency response coordinators covered both night and day shifts to ensure the safety of all passengers and employees in the airport.
Part of what we do is, one aspect of it is inspecting concessions. I'm working with the entire kitchen staff. Perhaps I set a time aside where I can just meet with the manager in a one-on-one setting where we were able to space each other out a little bit better. A large part of aviation security is working with all of our other agencies, tenants, stakeholders. We all rely on each other to secure the facilities and contingency plan for anything that might happen. Is that your bag behind you, sir? We kept the training mindset, but we had to pivot. We did a lot of virtual exercises because in the event that anything were to arise, we needed to make sure that those lines of communications were still tight and we were all able to be and game plan on the same page. Received an uptick in our unsheltered population as well. People being here without an operational need, we had to go and respond to maintain the customer service experience.
Facilities management workers handled maintenance requests both inside and outside the terminals.
We had to follow the Cal OSHA federal guidelines, and that consisted of mask wearing, face covering, and social distancing. It was very difficult to wear the mask on some days and with summer months. We wore the mask 8 hours a day. We went to 1 person per vehicle to be safe. We did virtual meetings. We ceased all large gatherings. And there was a time where the terminals got so empty, we were able to go in there and perform our duties. And that's where we excelled. Go into the bathrooms and close them down for days. We performed sewer line jetting, changing out the water faucets, soap dispensers. We went into the holding areas that you don't really have opportunity to work on them, only from like midnight to 4 o'clock in the morning. We changed all the light fixtures out. We worked on furniture, seating. It was it was nice that nobody was around for us to do our jobs and keep the upkeep of the airport.
The adjustments made during the pandemic tested our resilience. And for the workers who reported on-site despite COVID, they added a sense of normalcy when health and safety guidelines changed. And as our region recovers, health and safety remain our top priority. On-site workers helped keep our airport operational. Their efforts and sacrifices will always be appreciated. The pandemic may have changed how we do things, but it hasn't changed our commitment to customer service.
How you doing, sir?